Great morning, holy brothers and sisters! It is the 15th of Av, known as Tu B'Av, and on this auspicious day, we wish everyone who is still single to speedily find and connect with the other half of their soul. And may you all be granted a sweet, happy, healthy, and successful life together. Today's lesson in the Kitzur Likutei Moharan is called Sinful Situations. A person's mind and understanding protect him from sexual lust. The explanation for this is that there are three distinct mental faculties in a person, and each one of them acts as a partition between him and this desire. For the primary way that this desire gains power over a person is when a spirit of foolishness possesses him. Therefore, every person must know and remember that any time these sexual thoughts want to overtake him, God forbid, he should flee from this fatuousness at once and set up the partitions of the mind in front of this desire, since true intelligence protects a person against this desire exactly like a wall or partition. Understand this well, because it is impossible to explain it fully, since every person will understand for himself how to flee and to divert his mind from the spirit of foolishness and to draw himself closer toward the intelligence and understanding that serves as a partition in front of this desire. If one literally, intellectually breaks down the desire for it and the act itself, by pausing and removing himself from the situation and by analyzing it and feeling the regret once completed, it will surely help to avoid the sin in the first place and remember to never rush into sinful situations. The essence of prayer consists of supplication and pleas for compassion, and compassion is mainly dependent upon knowledge and understanding. But when the other side leeches from compassion, God forbid, that is, when the other side takes pity on a person with its compassion, inducing him to throw off the yoke of Torah and to involve himself only in the study of languages and the like, so that he should have an abundance of livelihood, or when through its compassion it tempts a person to make his Torah study secondary and his job primary, then compassion becomes tainted and is transformed into anger and cruelty. In turn, the person's understanding is constricted. He is then attacked by sexual lust, God forbid. At that time, prayer is in a state of strict judgment, which means that a person prays with demands rather than with supplications for pleas and compassion, and when he stands up to pray, he just wants to get it over with, and then the other side leeches from these prayers and it swallows them up. We must never lose sight of our primary focus. Aside from connecting to our Creator through His Bodedas and learning Torah and doing mitzvahs, all else is only an ends to a means to help us get there. Never lose sight of our goals, and whatever we are involved in, make sure that we are doing it with proper spiritual intentions. In this situation, a very powerful tzaddik is needed who is able to pray in a state of strict judgment and with his prayer to engage in disputations with his Creator. Now the other side wishes to swallow up his prayer too, but when it does so, the prayer of this powerful tzaddik lodges in his throat, causing it to choke and to regurgitate everything it swallowed up previously. In this way, the same tzaddik also deprives the other side of its own life force, and he thereby rectifies everything. In consequence of all this, converts to Judaism are made, and God's honor is increased and magnified. In turn, prophecy becomes prevalent, leading to the refinement of the imagination, and people then attain perfect faith. As a result of this faith, the song that will be sung in the future is sung, which is identical to the voice of that person who is suited to give reproof. Then a person can add and give a good fragrance to the souls through this reproof. No one is ever lost, too far, or beyond any hope. However, since some things are harder to correct than others, it is always best to try to avoid all problems from the beginning and set up proper protective fences and review daily teachings and inspirational lessons like these. As always, thank you so much for learning together. If you enjoyed this lesson, please remember to like, comment, share, and borrow. And please God, we'll learn again tomorrow.